Hi Pisces, welcome to your December reading. So I've already shuffled quite a few cards, so let's get into it. First, let's get you an overall view of what's taking place. And also I've asked for the top three highlights of this month for you, so we will get into them in just a sec. Okay, so we have the overall message as moon set with ready. So when the moon sets, you're ready to act. Of course, that's not the case, like, physical sense, but the idea is that the sun is now predominant and the moon has done its job. So you have the emotional capacities, the intuitions, and also the realizations that you need to have, and also have incorporated or rather integrated them into your being to carry out your next set of tasks. Speaking of that, we have Neptune going into direct motion and in Pisces, so that's your zodiac there. Yeah, so that is going to be exciting because that is your ruler, which means your intuition is on point. You are very geared about where you want to be headed, what your dreams are, and also on set for making those things a reality. So let's see the top three highlights here for you. Okay, the first card we have is Money Path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, well, that's really nice in terms of finances. It can also be talking about abundance and blessings in general, and there is a path for you to follow. I think it would be quite loud and clear, but we will see how that actually pans out with tarot and the oracles. But okay, so the second one we have chain of events that will affect your life. Okay, so this could be the path that we were talking about here earlier, that there will be multiple situations, or I'm hearing more indicators. So this could be in terms of signs, or like very obvious, like take right over here or something of that sort. It can be a by chance type of thing, but of course it can talk about a metaphorical path as well. And the third one we have is you will receive a gift with the box. So December, I mean, there are quite a few places where we celebrate things, so you could be getting a gift in that regard. It can also be, again, that abundance and the financial prosperity that you can acquire by taking up that gift. So I'm hearing an opportunity is there for you and you can follow up on it, and that will lead to more money or financial growth. So very simple example would be that you get a financial gift from, let's say, one of your relatives during Christmas, and you put that in the bank and it kind of multiplies and gives you more money than you were anticipated, or you invest it in some other way that just multiplies the income that you have, basically. Okay, so we will see the blessings card at the end. I'm curious to see your tarot. So we have the Page of Swords coming up first. This can talk about having many communications. You might be emailing, texting a lot. You might have a lot of different things going on at the same time. Many different things you might be learning or reading, taking up some time for yourself to engross yourself in subjects that you are interested in. And this is a getting to know something type of phase. So it could be a new hobby that you're discovering and you're delving more into that, or it can be reading up more on different investment strategies, for example. Just reading and learning more about a process. Okay, we have the King of Cups, a water sign. It represents Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, but we see the fish over here twice. So I'm going to say that this is your card. You're very emotionally attuned and you are spiritually very active. You can trust your inner voice. Your imagination is very strong. And once again, there could be like a downpour of ideas that come towards you. And all of that is through your heart, like what feels right to you. You're following your heart, but you're gathering intellectual resources along the journey as well. And you might be getting insights and guidance from your higher self or your spiritual guides as to which way you should go, because this yacht is really standing out to me. Like, it's going in a specific direction and he's not even looking at that. It's like a journey where it's an inner journey, sort of, or you don't have to physically be somewhere in order to tune into that vibe, basically. Talks about top level manifestation here. There could be some growth in multiple directions as well. And that's consistent with the highlights that we got there. Then we have Nine of Pentacles, which is very self-satisfied, especially in a material and a financial sense. It's taking care of yourself and feeling very good about your physical health and well-being, also your status, the place you stay, the people who surround you, the things that surround you, and so on. You are able to manage yourself. You are leading in an independent manner, your life, your dreams, and everything else in between. Okay, you're just very stable in that sense. You're peaceful with where you are. And King of Cups also talks about that harmony and peace. You're empathetic, you're compassionate. I mean, that is your nature, but I feel that you are exercising it in some way that is standing out. It's like you are being more Pisces around this time. It's again not surprising because the ruler is now becoming more active in the sky. It's more dynamic and will be impacting everyone, but for you it's just going to be, okay, now I feel more like myself, and I'm just going to go with that and create more and more harmony in my life. Okay, then we have the Queen of Wands. Immediately when I see her, I heard multiplication. That could be talking about the material multiplication here, but it can also be just multiplying your friend group, communicating with different people, forming closer bonds with different people that perhaps you were not expecting, or ones that have fallen out from the past. It could be reconnecting in some way. This fire here says rekindling to me at this time. There is a luck and a fortune over here, and you're feeling more passionate and driven in this month. You're definitely more sociable, coming out of your shadows, or not afraid of shadows, or like being more social and extroverted in some way. Your charisma, this is like a boss position, right? That plus the King of Cups is like very secure, like, yes, this is right, this is where I sit, this is where I belong. It's sort of that vibe. And the Nine of Pentacles is also very satisfied with where they are. So whatever is happening, okay, it seems like it has ripple effects in your finances and career, and that's making you very at ease in your other bodies as well. So you're intellectually liberated to read new things, to learn new things, to dabble in different topics, and you're also letting your heart be free, and you're connecting with the people that you feel drawn to. You're leading to yourself towards paths that your heart calls, and you're also following your passions. You're doing something that you enjoy in some way. Okay, then we have 10 of Swords. Okay, this can talk about ending of a chapter. So it's as though she's walking away from a cycle which was like, okay, I gotta hustle, I have to think about this, now I have to strategize, now I have to worry about something, there are other things to be thinking about, now this, now that, right? So it can be that while Neptune was in retrograde, you felt like there was a lot of things non-Piscean, like your intuition has no place at this time. Perhaps there was an overpresence of intellect, a lot more strategy and planning, or it was more about practical matters, things like that, where those things took precedence and not really about what does your heart say and where should you go, what is your imagination, how can we manifest, or things like that, right? It was more, you have to really put in the work or something. So 10 of Swords to me is telling that chapter is ending, and this new path that you're walking on is more liberating for you and feels more correct for where you are in life at this time, and of course has some financial implications for you as well. There could be a bonus that you get end of the year, Christmas, holidays, New Year, something of that sort. There can be some extra money that comes in, but it's not the end. Okay, that's like one thing that you can be really happy about because it helps you, buy nicer things or something, or store it away for later. But it's not the end. There is some more that is following up, and you just don't know about it yet. But the Page of Swords is like you might have some meetings already. You might already hear about this and that, because Page of Swords can be a bit about gossip. Of course, should not believe everything in gossip. Everything can be skewed because it's not coming from the original source. But It can be that there are some discussions you already have about, let's say you complete a project, and then what does that mean for you or your place in your company? Or if you're studying and you see that, okay, if I finish this properly, then I get this grade, then I can get an internship over here. Things like that, where you hear a tentative message of what can be, and that fills you up with more confidence. Okay. Then we have You Are Magic, which corresponds to the Magician card, and that's that master manifester that I've already talked about with the King of Cups there. But it's as though with Neptune, the very transcendental, blissful, and magical planet coming direct, it's unlocking your own magical capabilities. Of course, maybe not in a literal sense, but also maybe because, if you practice any witchcraft or you're into magic, you manifest, and there are some spells that you do or something of that sort, then, this could be a more potent time for you. If you're trying to create your reality or bring into your life something you've always wanted, this could be a very good starting point for you, where you evaluate what you need and so on, especially because the year is ending. There might be some New Year's resolutions that you're making, but this time with like more renewed effort of sorts. Something like that, where you're making some plans. And 10 of Swords can also indicate that, this is the end of this year, right? It's a huge cycle that's already ending, and a lot has happened in between, right? How has this year been for you guys, by the way? Because for me, it was kind of like up and down and up and down. Usually is, but 2020, for example, not that much brightness in there. But regardless, this year also, with all the different events that have happened, practical, logical, whatever it has been for you, that is coming to a close, and it calls for some reflection and thought about what the future looks like for you. What is this new chapter that's coming to unfold? And of course, there are many, many, many things that we won't know yet, but that doesn't mean we cannot make some changes to ourselves or plans for ourselves in the next year. Then we have Magic happens when you most expect it, in card number 44. That is all about stability. And once again, we have the word magic. So really awakening that magic. If you want to manifest some financial blessings in abundance, again, very likely it can come around here. Or anything that brings you that stability, emotional, physical, or spiritual, mental, whatever it is. There is stability and home coming here. Of course, you can be spending some time with your home. Again, having conversations with them, connecting with them more. Perhaps you have more time, because all of them feel more free and liberated. You could be taking some holidays around this month, right? But spending more time at home or connecting with family, finding stability, peace, harmony, building new things that lead to future stability as well. There's a lot that it's kind of wrapping up and also opening up simultaneously here. But either way, you're feeling good about this. Okay, so let's see your blessings here. We have thankfulness for understanding. Yeah, you're grateful for sure about a lot of different things. All three of these cards are very grateful. Also, Queen of Wands can be representing someone in your life who's a fire sign. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Does not have to be, but since these are the two court cards over here, perhaps a water sign, a fire sign is important around this time here for you. So thankfulness for understanding could be that whoever you're connecting with, you're really relating, or you're feeling understood by this person. Can also be that you're very grateful that you understand what this year has been for you, what it has brought for you, and what it means for down the line. You're like bringing that to a close. You're letting go of kind of habits that have not benefited you, and you're evaluating how far you have come and all of that. So you're understanding your past self, and you're developing more compassion for your current self, thus your future self as well. Yeah. And the quote is like, before we can forgive one another, we need to understand one another. So instead of other people, maybe it can be about different versions of us as well. So just because you are not able to establish, or follow through with some previous New Year's resolution does not mean that that's the case every time, because as people, we also grow and change, different circumstances happen and so on. So this can be that you understand why it did not work out the previous time, what was the block exactly, and now you're willing to try again after understanding and resolving that certain issue. And again, with Neptune going direct, it's really boosting your self-awareness, okay? And Jupiter is going to move into Aries on the 20th. Is it 20th? I think so, yes. It's moving into Aries, but up until that point, it is still in Pisces. So you have Jupiter is the planet of awareness and wisdom. So you definitely are getting a lot of understanding of who you are, how you are growing, how you grow and learn, how far you have developed, and where do you want to be headed. Okay, what is your imagination? What are your dreams about? And so on. You could also have some active dreams, which you are understanding, like you understand the symbolism and you feel more at ease with your place in general. Okay. Then we have enthusiasm and friendship. Okay, so, well, we did talk about friends and family there, so it could be that you're spending time with them quite literally, but it can also be kind of forming a kinship with where you are. You're happy with just everyone that surrounds you. You're excited about what's to come. You're excited about everything that is taking place here in this month, all these gifts and other positive and abundant feelings that you're having at this time. You just feel overall very, very secure with where you are. We also have Mercury going retrograde at the very end on the 29th, and it will be there for about 2 weeks, I think, until January. So, that's a quite nice timing, I would say, because there's generally a New Year's break, right? So around that time, it's like mental kind of okay, I want to rest. I don't want to overload myself. I don't want to do my usual things that I do, and I just want some space to myself. Let me breathe and connect and so on. So that's a nice thing again. And overall, we are in Capricorn season, moving on from 21st, but Venus and Mercury move in earlier, so that's all about status and hierarchy and so on. So not surprising that we have all these material aspects coming in together with all of this. And Capricorn would be in your 11th house of friends and network. So long distance communications, perhaps traveling long distance places, connecting with friends, and building new communities where you feel like you belong. All of this is possible. Okay, so with that, let's get you Astro Dice. Pisces for December, please. We have North Node, Gemini, and the 4th house. You do have Gemini in your 4th, and we have the North Node. Where did that go? Not this, but that's talking about focusing on home, okay? Focusing on resting your mind, spending some quality time resting, breathing, relaxing, and spending time with your loved ones. Yeah, that's literally because the North Node is about the life purpose and what you feel very fulfilled doing. Wow. Okay, so that was very in line here. Not much to explain there. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the messages resonated and that they help you out. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box in the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.